Yo, yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So this video right here is going to be called 7 Rules on How to Get Hot Chicks on Online Dating Sites. Okay? So, I had somebody hit me up and they were, saying, hey, I need some advice on this online dating thing. How do you get these girls? Because it's like really hard out here. I'm not getting any responses and all the other good stuff. Now, first of all, you guys, I have as my first audio program on the Bad Boy membership is an audio program called The Easy Way to Date Online for Men. Okay, so make sure you go to badboymembership.com right now and join the membership so you can get that audio program, The Easy Way to Date Online for Men, right? So, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 7 quick, things to look out for and things you got to do to, make things easier for you in online dating, because I know for a lot of you guys, this shit is tough out there. I know, man. I know it's freaking crazy. You're sending out all these emails and, chicks ain't getting back to you, or when the chick gets back to you, you don't know how to close the deal, and then, or you try to get the date popping and nothing happens. I understand all that's going down, right? So I wanted to give you some, tips, some real shit that's going to really help you. You feel what I'm saying? And if you want, like, the full extent of how to really step up your game on the online dating stuff, make sure you go to badboymembership.com and get the easy way to date online for men. All right, so now I'm going to give you 7 rules. This is in no order of importance. Technically, it's just, 7 things, right? And I'm going to go over that right now. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is your pictures. Your profile pictures, the type of pictures you should be putting up and all this other stuff like this, right? Now, when it comes to your profile picture, and, I know I'm going to have a whole bunch of the looks matter warriors, coming at me talking about, oh, it's all about your looks and all this other stuff. Now, when it comes to your pictures, right? You should look your best in your pictures. This does not mean that you have to be the best looking guy to get girls on an online dating site. Now, if you are a good looking guy, it can help, because of course women, they'll still look at you and think you're attractive, and some women will, hit you up because they think you're attractive. Now, again, for the whole looks are everything warriors, right? This still does not mean that you are going to get on a date with the chick and sleep with her, because you still have to go through the messages and you still got to actually hook up the date. You feel me? So don't get carried away now. Now, the thing is, when I say that, you should look your best, that means that your appearance should look the best. Meaning you should have pictures where you got your hair cut, you shave well, you got on some nice clothes, something that makes you look really good. So think of a picture, that you probably have on Facebook, or a picture that, you have in your folders in your computer somewhere that, is like one of your favorite pictures. Like, you really look good in this picture. You understand? And make sure it's something that is of you now, not something that, you 10 years ago or whatever, but something of you now that looks really good. And it's a really good picture of you, shows you, it's a clear picture. Don't take any like old, like pixelated, worn out looking pictures. I'm talking about something that's clear and that they can see that it's you, and put that up as your picture, right? Now, there are some other things that you need to understand about your pictures too that'll increase the chances of chicks hitting you up, right? Now, they've done studies on this that say that, guys who take pictures outside, right, and also show a full body picture get more, responses and attention from women, right? So let's say if you are outside and you're in a park or something, and somebody, you have one of your friends take a picture of you, just a full body picture of you at the park or something. You understand? Like you outside actually doing stuff. You understand? Like, so a full body picture of you outside works. You understand what I'm saying? So, have a picture like that. Also, again, have a picture, one of the, your pictures that you really look good in, and put one of those on. Also, people have asked me about the shirtless picture. Like if you're the type of guy who has a 6-pack and a nice body, should you put a shirtless picture on your profile, right? Now, popular belief is that women don't like this. You'll even see women on their online profile say, if you have a shirtless pic, don't contact me if you have shirtless pics and all this other nonsense, right? But the reality of the situation is, if you're a guy who has a nice body, put the shirtless pic on your profile, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because women will respond, not all, but some women will respond to that because they like the way your body looks. Now, again, the looks, the looks is the only thing that matters. Warriors are probably losing their mind. Like, see, it's because he's, looks good. And that, no, listen, again, that is just to get the chicks to check out your shit and hit you up. You understand? Or you, when you respond to them, they hit you up. It's just something that's going to get them to hit you up. Again, you still have to send the messages and stuff. And that's what's going to really close the shit. Now, the thing with the shirtless pic, though, is that this is what you don't want to do. You don't want to have a shirtless pic of you being shirtless and trying to show off that you're shirtless. Meaning that if you are taking a picture of yourself in the mirror with your shirt off, that's you trying to show off the fact that you have your shirt off. Now, there's a difference between that and you having a picture of you. Let's say you're on a beach with some of your friends and some people took a picture of you on the beach with your friends and you have your shirt off. So there's a reason why your shirt is off. You understand what I'm saying? So it looks more natural. It doesn't look like you're trying hard to show that you got six pack and that you got a nice body. Because the thing is, this is the thing with women, right? They will see your picture of you, taking that picture of you in the mirror with your shirt off. And they're thinking, oh, look at this guy. He's so full of himself. He's such an asshole and blah, blah, blah. Even if they're attracted to you and think you look good or whatever, some of them will still do that and just brush you off just because of that. Because they're going to think you're, some douchebag who's some conceited dude, right? Now, if you have a picture of your shirt off where you are in a specific context where that's just, hey, I'm at the beach. I'm on the swim team. This is a picture of me and, with my swim trunks on or whatever, and my shirt is off. Or, let's say if you are actually a model and you said in your profile, yeah, model. And, this is some professional model pictures of me and, there's some pictures with your shirt off. Cool. Do that and make that happen to get those chicks to, to check it out. Now, again, it's not going to work for a lot of chicks, but some chicks will hit you up because of that, because that'll catch their eye, and then that will probably make them hit you up and holler at you. You feel what I'm saying? So you can do the shirtless pics, but do it in a way where you're not just doing it to make it seem like you're trying to show off your body. Make it be in a certain sort of context. You understand what I'm saying? That makes sense for you to even have your shirt off. You feel me? So that's with the pictures. So, so again, with the pictures, a picture of, get your best looking picture, something that is a good picture of you, right? Where you're looking, you're well shaved, well groomed, you're looking nice, you're wearing something nice. Make sure you have a picture with you outside, in a full body shot. And then, if you're the type of guy who has a nice body, who's not scared to show off your body, show that shit off, right? Another thing you could also do too is another picture that you can add is something that shows that you are doing something. So kind of like the same thing of like taking a picture outside. Like you can just take a picture outside, in a park or whatever, but you can have pictures of you actually doing shit. Like, let's say if you had a picture of you riding your bike, or you had a picture of you climbing a mountain or whatever the hell, some cool shit that you do. You understand? So, picture you playing basketball or whatever. So, it gives the chick an idea that you got, interesting things going on in your life and all that other stuff. That actually helps. You understand? So you can put part of that in the picture. Now, next thing we're going to talk about is, messaging. So number 2, the second rule, right? So the first one was about the pictures and the stuff you got to do. Second rule is always send a copy and paste message as your first message. I'm going to say that again. Always send a copy and paste message as your first message. Okay? So make sure that when you're messaging these girls, Do not try to send an individual message to each girl, because you're going to be wasting your time. Because half the girls you send messages to, they're not going to see it. Once a chick responds to your message, then you can have, the dialogue or whatever back and forth. But until then, you send a copy and paste message to every girl. Now, what you can do is that you can read certain girls' profiles or skim through it if you want to, and find specific things they said and add that into your copy and paste message. So let's say you got the copy and paste message, and also you see that this girl, went to freaking Africa or visited Africa last year or some shit or whatever. And then you write your copy and paste message and be like, oh, I see you went to Africa. That was cool. How was the trip? What did you learn over there? Or whatever. You understand? So like you're still copy and pasting, but you're skewing it just a little bit specifically for certain girls, if that's what you want to do, right? But do not sit there and, send individual messages to each girl. I don't care what these women are telling you. You keep hearing women say, oh, I like when guys put in effort to write to me and blah, blah, blah. No. Okay. Don't do it. Trust me. Do not do that. You just need to send a copy and paste message. Half these girls are not going to see your message anyway. The other half who do, and they want to hit you back, then you keep moving. Do not waste your time, okay? Now, number 3 is this, and this is very important. You got to listen up to this one right here. Now, number 3 is only send 3 types of messages. Only send these 3 types of messages, and I'm going to tell you what types they are. The first one is a question. Second one is a statement, and the third one is a combination of both. Okay, I'm going to explain that to you now. So you only send these 3 types of message: a question, a statement, or a combination of both, right? Now, when you are sending your copy and paste message, right, it's good to either have it as a question, a statement, or a combination of both. So a question might be, you know what I'm saying, like something like, hey, what are you up to this weekend? Right? Something simple as that. Hey, how you doing? What are you up to this weekend? Right? Now, that's a question. And the reason why questions are good is because it gives her something to respond to. Right? It gives her something to say. So now if you say, hey, what are you up to this weekend? She could be like, oh, hey, what's up? I was just going to go hang out with some friends at a bar or whatever. Or, oh, I didn't really have any plans. How about you? Like, it gives her something to respond to you to. You understand what I'm saying? So you ask that question, right? Now, the second thing is a statement. Now, the statement should always be about you and her getting together. So if you're just saying a statement, it should be about just you and her getting together, right? So basically an example of that would be, and this could be my first copy and paste message. This is if I'm, sending a statement. It'll be, hey, you're kind of cute, give me your number. We should get together and get a drink. Right? That's just a statement. I'm saying, hey, look, I'm attracted to you. You're cute. Give me a number. We should get a drink. Right? Now, I didn't technically ask her anything. I'm just telling her, hey, let's do this. Now, her response is either, okay, cool, yes, let's do this. Here's my number, whatever. Or she just will ignore it and not send you anything. Right? But that's the statement. Now, the third thing is a combination of both. Right? So you put basically both of them together. So you can say, hey, you're kind of cute, give me your number. We should get together and get a drink. When are you free this week? Right? That could be your whole message, your whole copy and paste message you send to every girl. Right? So it's a combination of both. You have a statement and you have the question in there. Do you understand? Remember, the statements always have to be about you and her getting together. Don't just make a statement and say, like, I think you're cute, or, you have a nice profile. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so fucking what? You're trying to really get her to give you your number so you can get off the site and make stuff happen. So your statements always need to be about you telling her to, make something happen with you. You feel me? And the questions are just to, if you want to get that dialogue going, to get her to, to give her something to answer back to you. Do you understand? Now, the fourth rule is get to the point and don't talk about random stuff. Get to the point and don't talk about random stuff. So now, let's say you're sending messages, and then a girl hits you back. And let's say you sent the message, and you're like, let's say you asked her a question, like, hey, what are you up to this week? And she's like, oh, I'm not really doing anything. What about you? And then, you could be like, hey, yeah, I'm pretty free, but we should get together on Friday and get some coffee. And then she's like, all right, cool. And then you're like, yeah, give me a number. Here's my number. Boom, done. Right? You just get to the point and quickly, and don't ramble on about a whole bunch of shit. See, the problem is a lot of guys, you get on these sites, and when you get a girl to hit you back up, your main thing is to close the deal as soon as possible, to get her number, give her your number, so that you guys can have each other's numbers and start at least texting or call or talking on the phone, and then setting up something to go down. You don't want to keep going with 10 messages, 15 messages, and then it's like you're just talking about nothing. And a lot of times what happens is that women are waiting for you to make the shit happen, meaning they're waiting for you to say, hey, give me your number, or hey, let's do this, or hey, let's do that. So, but the thing is that if you just keep rambling and talking, they'll ramble and talk to you. But at some point, they're going to get bored, and they're going to be like, okay, this guy is just here to chit-chat, and nothing's really going down, so let me move on to another guy. You understand? And the thing is also, you want to get their attention quickly, and you want to get their numbers and everything popping quickly, because the fact is that they have so many other guys on there they're talking to, and you just want to make sure that, you get all that stuff settled as soon as possible. This is why, it's good sometimes to make that statement, because when you make a statement, you're basically telling her off the bat, like, hey, let's get together and do this, or let's get together and get a drink, let's get together and get coffee. What's your number? Here's my number. You're already, at the point where you're closing the deal within the first message. So you're getting to the point fast. So number 4 is, get to the point and don't talk about random stuff. All right. Now, number 5 is always ignore women who say they want to talk longer online. Always ignore women who say they want to talk longer online. So basically what that means is you will sometimes run into a chick where you might make a statement, say, hey, let's get together. Or you might ask her a question, and then she responds to you. You ask her another question, she responds to you. You ask her another question, she responds to you. And then you say, hey, how about we get together? Here's my number. Give me your number. And then she'll say, oh, can we talk on here a little bit longer? I don't feel comfortable giving out my number so quickly. I don't feel comfortable doing this. I think we should just chat on here for a little bit longer. I want to get to know you more. Fuck that. Do you see what I'm saying? Do not entertain that. As soon as a woman says that, stop messaging her immediately. Okay, these chicks are time wasters. Stop messaging her now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't even respond to say, hey, but why don't we just get together in person? Or, hey, well, I'm not really on here a lot. Give me your number. So we don't even, she's done. She's cut off. It's a wrap. You understand? Like, don't mess with that chick. She's just there for attention. Do you understand? It's either she's there for attention, or she's one of those scary chicks who's scared to actually make things happen anyway. And those are usually the girls who are going to flake on you. So even if she did give you the number, or you try to get the number out of her, or you gave her your number or whatever, and you exchange numbers, she will most likely flake because she's scared. Do you understand? She's one of those scared chicks on an online dating site, thinking that every guy on there is a freaking axe murderer and is going to kill her. You understand? She's nervous. You understand? And I understand there's certain times where shit like that happens for certain women, where they meet certain guys that are on some bullshit or whatever. But at the same time, that's not your problem. You understand? That's something she got to deal with. So when she's on that, oh, can we talk on here a little longer? No. Okay, stop. All right, it's over. So number 5 is always ignore women who say they want to talk longer online. Now, number 6 is don't write cliche things in your profile. Do not write cliche things in your profile. Now, the funny part is about this is that what I've noticed over the years is that there's a lot of women, not, I wouldn't say a lot, I'd say like probably like, you know, it's a good number. I don't, you know, it's a good number of women who don't really even look at guys, what they write in their profiles as much. You understand what I'm saying? Like they'll skim through it a little bit, but they're not really looking, right? But there are a lot of women who will look at your profile with a fine-tooth comb and shit. You understand? Like they're reading every word and all this other craziness, right? So the thing is that you don't want to write things that's cliche. So for example, you don't want to write stuff like, oh, I like to have fun, I like to travel. Like that's, you know, cliche type of shit, right? Now what you can do is let's say for example, you know, you can even take the cliche shit and turn it into something more specific. So yeah, you like to have fun. Who cares? Everybody else likes to have fun. But what do you specifically like to do that's fun for you? What do you actually like to do specifically? You know what I'm saying? So usually you're going to say, okay, well, I like to go out. Okay, let's go deeper. What do you like to go out to? You know, you like to go out to bars. Which bar do you like to go out to? And what part of town? Where is this bar? What do they serve? What's something that happened at the bar that was fun or crazy, right? So now you're getting specific. So whenever you're writing your profile and you're thinking about stuff to talk about, you know, get specific and do more of showing how fun you are instead of just saying, hey, I'm fun. You understand? Or I like to travel. Okay, where do you like to travel? Where have you been? What did you learn when you went there? All it, like certain things, go deeper into it to give it more specifics and give it more of a feeling. So when they're reading it and then they see it, it's like, oh, this guy's cool. Like he actually went here and almost learned this language and blah, blah, you know, whatever it is, right? Now, also, what you got to understand about your profile is, and this helps you a whole lot. I'm telling you this from experience, and I've gotten women writing me messages just because of the shit I wrote in my profile. But this is the kicker right here. This is the jewel. This is the gem, right? Now, writing something either controversial, clever, or outrageous makes you stand out and makes women want to contact you. I'm going to say that again. Writing something controversial, clever, or outrageous makes you stand out and makes women want to contact you again, right? Or contact you, right? So, for example, you know, I remember I wrote on my profile on, I think it was Plenty of Fish at one point, I was like, hey, you know, I think it's funny that a lot of women on here, they'll check out your profile, but they won't message you because they're all cowards and they're scared to get rejected and all this other stuff. And I was like, you're scared to get rejected by a real man, but a real woman is never afraid to approach a guy or talk to a guy. Like I was saying some shit like that, right? So I would get women messaging me and literally asking me about that, you know, thing I wrote. Like, oh, so do you really think women are scared? And, you know, and some women wrote me back like, oh, you know, the reason women are not going to talk to guys is because of this and because of that. So they would start conversations based off of me saying that and writing that. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, when you say something like that, it draws them in. Like I remember even on my OkCupid profile, they had this part on there for any of you that use OkCupid. There's a part that says, you know, you fill out these little sections, and there's a part that says 6 things you can't live without. And so I just started naming the fucking characters off of Jersey Shore. I was like Pauly D, The Situation, Snooki, and whatever. So in Ronnie and whatever the other people's names. So those are my 6 things I couldn't live without. And women would respond to me and be like, yo, my God, that's so hilarious. That's so funny that you wrote that and blah, 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 blah. You understand? So when you're writing shit and it's different, that makes women want to respond to you. You feel what I'm saying? So that right there, it helps out a lot, right? Now, the last thing, number 7, and this is the part that most people don't realize, and this is the part that most guys, you know, don't really, you know, have success on online dating because they don't actually do this last thing. And number 7 is you have to put in work and spend some time on these sites. You have to put in work and spend some time on these sites. So the thing is that this is a numbers game. Whoever tells you it's not is lying. This is a numbers game, meaning you have to contact a lot of women. You got to. That's just how it goes. If you're fucking with online dating, you got to contact a lot of women. The same thing if you're not fucking with online dating, if you're talking to women in the street, at the bar, at the club, whatever, you still got to talk to different types of women. And you have to see which ones you're going to click with. You understand? You got to see which one's going to hit you back. It's one of those things. So the thing is, what you want to do, and what I'm saying in this whole audio, is that you want to be able to increase the chances of it making it easier for yourself to attract those women to you, to make it easier for a woman to want to even contact you. Because the thing is, this is like, let's say, for example, what I was saying with the, putting something clever in your profile, right? A woman might, respond to you even in a negative way. Like I had, when I wrote that thing about, I was like, oh, you women are cowards. You don't want to contact guys. You're scared. And I had this woman, she was like, oh, I feel like I didn't even send her a message. I didn't know who she was. She just hit me up in my inbox. She was like, oh, I think it's really offensive that you would say that about women. And then so I was like, I responded to her and I said, oh, really? What makes it so offensive? And then she was like, oh, because blah, 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 blah. And I was like, that's actually interesting that you say that. I never thought about it that way. And I was like, look, how about me and you get together and get some coffee and, talk more about it? And she was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, give me your number. Gave me the number. And you see what I'm saying? Like, so the fact is I'm drawing them into it because of how I'm setting this shit up. You feel me? And so, guys, what I want to remind you again is to go to badboymembership.com to get the easy way to date online for men, so you can get more in depth on how to step up your game on online dating sites. As I go into more stuff, I tell you, how many messages back and forth you should send before you even get a girl's number if you're asking her questions. I tell you, what type of chicks to look out for, what type of chicks to actually even send them a message, and what type of chicks not to bother with. I also tell you a way, like if you're on OkCupid or Plenty of Fish or a couple of other sites, on how to get women to respond to you or message you or match up with you without you even having to send them a first message. So there's other different things that you can do, and you can learn that on the easy way to date online for men if you go to badboymembership.com right now, join the membership, and you will get that audio program today. You can listen to it today. All right. So that's it. That's all I want to say, guys. Make sure you hit me up at Ask Mr. Locario if you have any questions, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.